If you want to be a person of influence, you got to be educated. You got to continue to want to learn. This is what it says right here. This is the next scripture. It says in verse 4, make sure that they are well versed in every branch of learning, are gifted with knowledge and good judgment, and are suited to serve in the royal palace. You know what's interesting? For me as a guy, I'm just going to tell you as a guy who I went to college, I studied film, I learned a lot about how to do film, and then I went right into ministry right after that. It wasn't my plan. I wasn't even a believer when I went to college. I was an atheist, had this encounter with God, changed everything, changed my career path, and then I went into ministry after that. I was in ministry for about 4 years before I would go back into the business world, and all I knew was the Bible. All I knew was how to do church, which is great, and it's important. Church is great. The Bible's great. It's the most important thing, in my opinion, that you can learn. But it's not the only thing that you can learn. But it was all that I knew. And so then I went out into the marketplace and tried to build my own business, and I didn't even know how to actually talk to people. I didn't know how to speak to them in a way that made sense. I was like, all I knew was this one thing, and it made me very one-dimensional. If you want to be a person of influence, the people that you are going to influence, they're interested in a variety of different things. They care about a variety of different things. And if you want to be someone that is constantly being a person of influence, you got to be able to blend into different crowds. You got to be able to provide value. One thing I've also noticed too is people that have influenced me, influencers that I follow, content creators that I follow, business leaders that I follow, I will binge their content for a period of time until I realize that they start saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. What does that mean to me? Well, it means to me, okay, I've learned everything that I can learn from this person because they're only really smart or educated in this one area, and now it's kind of becoming like the same thing over and over again. I'm going to go on to somebody else. What just happened? That person no longer has influence over me because they didn't stay sharp, because they didn't continue to learn. If you want to be somebody who is someone of continual influence in the culture, you got to keep on learning. My question to you is, what is one subject that you need to become more educated in, that you need to become more intellectual in? My question to you is, what areas do you need to become sharper in? What things do you need to learn, or do you want to learn, so you can become more well-rounded and you can continue to be a person of influence to the people that you're called to reach?